Yeah, so episode 1 I thought was really good. There was obviously lots that happened in it. Personally, I thought Blood and Cheese was great. I didn't read the books, I've seen a lot of the backlash about it. I feel like how they did it is probably the best they can do it in the show, because you don't really want to be seeing anyone decapitating a kid. Just hearing the kind of crunching of the saw and stuff was really grim. I liked how in the sort of earlier episodes, I think in episode 1, they make like a number of references to like the small folk, which is a theme that kind of carries on throughout the season.
I don't give a shit about them. Even when Melis killed them in the first season, like I don't give a shit about the small folk.
You're moving like Aegon, didn't it?
I don't give a shit about them.
But yeah, they mention that quite a few times. They mention how much of like a deterrent Vhagar is. Like we can't attack because they've got Vhagar. The Greens know that they obviously they can't be attacked because Vhagar's around and he's about. But one of the things I hated, which I guess it makes sense because they've got Vhagar, is how kind of complacent I think the Greens get in the early stages. Because personally speaking, yeah, if I'm Aegon, they're calling me Aegon the Cautious. I'm having guards everywhere, bruv. Like the guards are on duty. Huh? No, because Blood and Cheese were able to get in.
Oh,
bro.
I thought you meant like personal, because he was surrounded by guards all the time.
Yeah, but for him. But I'm talking about like even if there's really people I love and care about, there's people around them at all times.
That's not an Aegon thing. That's I almost called him sir. That's a Kristen thing.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And he got called out for that.
Then I'm getting a better person than Kristen Cole. I'm finding out, or I'm weeding out the fact that he's piping my mum.
Oh, because Crispy was supposed to be looking after him.
Yes, and what was he doing?
Fucking.
Yes.
Sorry.
Do you know what's even wild? They were supposed to assign someone to the Queen, and they didn't do that.
I feel like he's probably like, yeah, you man, have a night off. I'm busy, and he's going to go with Alicent.
Yeah, because if anyone was there, they would obviously know like what was
initially.
going on.
I was angry about the fact that angry is strong, but I was annoyed at the fact that there's all these secret passageways into King's Landing and nobody knows about them. Only the rat catchers. Yeah. And I'm like, first of all, you guys should know about it if you're really serious about security. No. But I understand that the way that King's Landing was built, it was made to keep these things secret.
Exactly.
But secondly, rat catchers. How are you letting rat catchers know these kind of details? Like these are people who are probably easy, like they're small folk, like they're easily swayed, as we've seen. Like people shouldn't know this kind of information, and you're letting things run. They're here to capture rats, so they're going through different. Like someone has to have told somebody that there's secret passages in King's Landing that need some kind of protection.
Everyone knew that.
Yeah,
everyone in King's Landing knows the King's whatever the castle is called, the Red Keep. Yeah, it's got like loads of passageways. There's even a fear about it because you could get lost in all of that
cautious
stuff.
I'm putting guards everywhere, bruv. Like there's this something like that should happen.
That's the part that I agree with.
Yeah,
getting guards around like the royal family, but the whole fact of like putting guards around every you don't have enough people. Based on how many
fair enough.
There should be at least pat downs.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there should.
Well, yeah.
We gotta have scanners and shit in there, bruv. Like
it should be more secured because you don't know.
It's a war. It's wartime,
innit? That's the part that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how are you not on high alert in a war, bruv? Like, let's be honest, yeah. Missaria, how as Otto Hightower are you knowing that this person knows a shit ton of stuff? She's basically the little finger of the show.
They thought she was dead because she escaped the whole fire. She was supposed to have died in that fire. So no one knew she is alive, because that's the whole Laris thing. So no one knew, they've dealt with that problem as far as they know.
All right, cool, because that was another one that I wasn't agreeing with.
Yeah, they dealt with that problem as far as they knew. Obviously, she escaped. This Russia was hiding in the deck.
Yeah,
until they found her in the ship.
It should be manned more because strangers, you don't know their intentions, and because wartime, you need to be careful, right?
Yeah.
Plus, even the whole thing with the passageways is irrelevant because what should happen is every member of the royal family has a King's Guard assigned. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter how many passageways. Whoever is coming has to see them.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and the fact that they don't have that is directly Kristen Cole, which is part of the plot.
And at this point,
so it makes sense.
Wait, do you guys blame Aegon as well?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's got to start at the top, innit? Like, if we're being honest.
No, because he was drinking with the guards.
If I'm him and I'm a cautious king, I need to make sure Kristen Cole is on point.
Do you remember he was drinking with the guards?
Yeah, that's why I blame him.
Yeah, so a lot of the blame has to come on him.
The guards as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to say, his boys are in the King's Guard, innit?
I don't blame him for that.
Why are your boys in the King's Guard? No offense, guys. I'm not
putting us in the King's Guard.
I don't blame him.
I ain't putting you guys in my... What fighting experience do you have?
Yeah,
Nah.
I don't blame him
I
for
know he'll be
having
able
the.
to fight a bear, but like, what fighting experience do you have? Like,
I don't blame him for having the guards around him and doing the drinking. I just like the only thing I can give him
In
blame
open
for.
space.
No. The only thing I can blame him for is like the oversight of like not making sure.
and what is
your
that?
wife
What is the
has
reason
got
of that?
a family.
Vhagar. Everyone thinks that because Vhagar's there, everything's cool, everything's cushy. Like,
yeah.
it's
then-
a false sense of security.
I want to go back to.
Yeah.
No, go say your point because it's part of this.
Yeah,
Mine
but
is
I was
going
gonna
back.
say,
a bit.
to be fair, because everyone like Team Green, everyone.
You need to
wants-
make that make sense, by the way, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Well,
but like,
as in supporting Team Green.
Yeah, why?
Why'd you
Well,
call me
let's-
trash?
let's
Wait,
get-
why'd you call
let's
me
get-
trash for supporting Team Green, but you didn't say anything to him?
He
Because
did.
you have whack takes most
Oh,
of the
shut up,
time.
man! Come on, man! Say your chest. Come on.
but yeah, anyway, but like I feel like because everyone in Team Green and even like Allison and like which we'll get onto later on was saying like he's meant to be like a puppet king. He should not really be in charge of all these security things.
That's why I don't.
So
blame
I was
him as
going to
much.
say so
Yeah.
initially
So Otto's
I did
gotta
blame
hold it.
him. So it should be
Exactly.
Otto.
Yeah,
it
Otto's
should
got
be
to hold it
Allison.
because he's the one who knows everything allegedly.
But this is the thing.
But we got that bum out of here.
Otto, so I blame him and I don't blame him. I blame him
Yeah.
because the buck should stop with you.
Yeah.
But I don't blame him because he assigned that to who they thought was a competent king, was Lord
Yeah.
Commander. And the Lord Commander is directly compromised. That's why I'm saying I'm not too mad at it because it's
Yeah.
directly part of the story and how it works. Like in a normal scenario, of course, and that would have happened if Kristen Cole wasn't fucking around with their mom. So I don't grudge it as much just because it's a direct part of the plot.
So Aegon is more of a pussy than I thought he was. Because once you find out that your Lord Commanders,
he doesn't know.
He wasn't even-
He
He
doesn't
doesn't know.
find out.
No one knows.
No one knows. Because remember, they're only the closest.
no, but he knows he
person to
wasn't
find
there.
out-
He knows he wasn't there.
Yeah, he asked
And at that
him.
moment, do you not kill your Lord Commander?
No.
But was he meant to be there though?
Yeah, he was the one who's supposed to
no.
man.
But like I swear, in season 1, Kristen is sworn to Allison.
To Allison, yeah.
He's
So
sworn-
like,
No, he's sworn to Allison, but he's supposed
he
to
doesn't-
have a guard assigned to the Queen.
Yeah.
He didn't have a guard assigned to the Queen,
Which then
because-
falls on Kristen, really.
Yeah, he didn't have a
Yeah.
guard assigned to the Queen because the quarters are too close to each other. So if he's in Queen Alison's place, he can kind of go back and forth and do that. But obviously, he was
Who's the
busy,
onus
so
on?
he couldn't keep an eye on that. Now the problem becomes when he. I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit. When he was confronting one of the twins, I can't remember which.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
He goes,
episode
the,
2.
the
Eric,
twins,
Eric.
yeah, the twins comes to him and says, "Why wasn't she assigned the guard?"
Yeah.
But then he switches the topic because he knew he had no defense for that. So that's why I'm saying they delegated it to the person who's supposed to be responsible for that.
Yeah.
It just so happens that person is compromised because he's fucking the Queen. Now I think she would have had a guard if she wasn't living so
Is
close
this
to
your
the Queen. If
my queen, bro.
if she would have had a guard if she wasn't living so close to the Queen. But the fact that she was living, the quarters were so close. Kristen couldn't assign someone there because obviously if he did, they couldn't be fucking that night at least. So that again, it's trash, but it makes sense given that that's a direct part of the plot.
So who's most to blame then?
Kristen Cole?
Yeah, Kristen, it falls on him.
He's the one who's supposed to assign someone. He's the one who's fucking
Yeah.
their mom. He's the one who's like.
I guess he would be head of.
Yeah, he's the head of. He's the
MI5,
he's the
whatever.
head of the. He's the guard. Like if you're someone like Otto, you're not like that's not you delegate that kind of shit.
All right.
Like-
But I know you guys attacked me for saying Aegon should have flown out right there and then. But do you guys not think that he should have done something to Kristen Cole?
Of course, but again, when that's happening, there's a bunch of different like blame going around, so they don't have time to
The
focus on
blame's
Kristen Cole.
everywhere,
Because that was in a council meeting where they were saying we need to figure out who it is that even came to attack us, because again they couldn't be sure it was completely Rhaenyra, even though that was the most likely choice. So there was a bunch of shit going around. Yes, of course, he should have focused on
At the
it.
very minimum, he
this-
should get demoted.
But
but
sorry,
that's-
before we go on, there's one thing I want to bring up with Blood and Cheese in terms of how they handle that. I don't think it was the gruesome difference. I don't like. I think they did that as best as they could. The thing I wish they would have done was the dialogue between Blood and Cheese and when they actually told her to choose.
Okay.
That in the books is techie. Like the way that dialogue happens, and there was nothing in the show that they couldn't like that. There was no reason why they wouldn't have replicated that, and I just feel like that's where there's a shame. How they depicted it is fine. I don't have a problem with it, but if they went with the dialogue in the books, it would have been crazy. I don't know if you guys want me to say a little bit, but like it was peak.
Keep it to yourself.
Maybe not
The
right now.
position they put her in, it was mad.
But yeah, it was just I guess just a quick aside. I think it's you also see in episode 1 like little cracks forming in like Team Green. You see Otto start to undermine Allison in the council meeting, and then you also get like little
see-
glimpses of Helena, just like I'm afraid of the rats, and like things we've seen in like episode like season 1. But
bro, we didn't speak about Helena, I don't think, once when we did the first season. But her people need to listen to her because her visions are visioning. Like they all come to pass basically.
Dragons of thread weaving, whatever.
Yeah,
else.
when she talks about Melis coming through a thing, like but let's do episode 2 then.
Episode 2, Rhaenyra the Cruel.